All right, all right. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Merkak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the man who taught me this truth. I would like to say shalom to you, Akim, and Fuakwath, you men, women, and little ones that believe on the words of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. It's your brother Micah Allah coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Washai, Lord willing to edify. And the title of this lesson is They Shoot at the Perfect. You see, and the inspiration of this video comes off an article I read, this 7-year-old boy, was deleted from eating some noodles, man, some instant noodles. You see, and it says right here, on this picture, it says, be careful of what you feed. So, be careful of what you eat or feed your kids. Family is left devastated when 5 kids died after eating instant noodles, urging other parents to not feed noodle packs to children. You see? And we see that Esau Edom is being exposed because where does all this come from, man? Who's the source of ramen noodles, instant noodles? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. You see, we see that the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked, and that's who's ruling this planet Earth. And let's get something right quick. It's Habakkuk 2, and verse 5, it says, yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. You see, and this is talking about Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He's the most proudest, the nation of Edom is the most prideful nation on the planet Earth. Why? Because that's how the Lord created him to be. And he transgressed by wine, by his philosophies and doctrines that he spreads throughout the 4 corners of the earth. It says neither keepeth at home, exactly because he takes, these false philosophies and doctrines. He takes all that shit to these other nations and he tries to indoctrinate them, you see, and get them to follow his ways, you see, by setting up different puppet leaders, in these different heathen countries and establish American laws, you see, or establish American customs, you see. Continuing on, and this devil doesn't keep it at home, man. That's why you got a McDonald's in Egypt, as the Elder Aram always bring out, man. You see? Continuing on, it says, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death. Exactly. So whatever Esau Edom put his hands on, whatever he pushes out to you, whether it's in the form of a gooded basket, tied it up in a nice bow tie that looked presentable. But within that basket that he just gave to you is full of abominations. Here it is, you niggas was just hyped over, celebrating so-called Easter. You niggas, you celebrating these pagan holidays, worshiping false gods, and you don't even consider or know it, man. But not knowing that all of that goes back to Esau Edom, the so-called white man. You see? But, and you following these false gods, especially you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, that's going to do nothing but lead you down the path of destruction, death. So anything that Esau pushes out to you is to destroy you especially you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans that make up the 12 tribes of Israel, man. You see? That's why thus the title of the lesson, they shoot at the perfect. And Lord willing, we're going to get into that. It says, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And here it is, this devil starting with these top banking families. They have trillions of dollars. They're making billions on a daily, and they're not satisfied. The Lord has given, the earth into their hands for a period of time to rule. And these devils are not satisfied, man. That's why they on this rampage on trying to have this NWO established throughout the four corners of the earth, which would consist of you people, taking that charagma and worshiping this beast system. You see? And this is ultimately the plans of these Edomites, man. But going back, Psalm 64 and verse 1, it says, hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. And we're asking to be preserved. See, the Lord has blessed us to return back unto him. And with him doing that, now we're able to make our prayers and cry out to our power. And we know that Yahweh Shemal Washai hears, the prayers of the humble. It pierces the clouds, man. You see? So we asking the Lord that we need to be, preserved from this devil, man. You see? Because remember, he's going to come in like a madman sparing none. Come in like a flood, We see these devils are already, they're at the point of implementing the charagma, man, at any moment, at any time. You see? It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. You see? And now we know what to pray for, man. Matter of fact, let's get this real quick. Sirach Ecclesiastes 18 and verse 23. It says, before thou prayest, prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord. Exactly. So before we make our prayers and supplications to Yahweh Shemal Washai, the Lord is encouraging us, to prepare ourselves, know what we're about to ask for, get in a serious spirit when you're coming before the throne of Yahweh Shemal Washai. You see? We can't come to the Lord how we want to come to him. Now, it's a like we can't come to the Lord babbling. You know what I mean? But that's why we are privileged enough through the mercies of Yahweh Shemal Washai to know what to pray for. So let's read it again. It says, before thy prayers, prepare thyself. Get your mind right. You see? When you're coming before the throne to make your supplication. It says, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord. You see? Because we don't want to tempt Yahweh Shemal Washai. You see? It says, think upon the wrath that shall be at the end. And this is why knowing this report is important. Because now, by the Lord, blessing us with eyes to see and ears to hear, now we are able to think upon the wrath that's going to be at the end, man. We're able to prepare ourselves, man. We're able to know what to pray for. We know that the famine is coming. We know the charagma is coming. We know Teeth the Wild Beast is going to be out here. A great famine is here. The Lord's going to intensify his judgments out here. We're hearing the wars and rumors of wars and rumors of wars with, uh, World War III. You see, we seeing these nations being gathered over there to the so-called Middle East. You see, being gathered for battle. The Lord has already put, those hooks into the jaws of Russia, turning them back into that Soviet Union spirit, that Cold War spirit, man. Flexing their military might. BRICS is joining together. Let's read together. Let's read again. I'm gonna say it together, but we are reading this together. It says, "Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and the time of vengeance when he shall turn away his face." You see, so we're in the time we see Esau got these laws and legislations already set up, to eventually stop this word from going forth. You see, which really goes back to Yahweh Shemel Washai, and that's the way of the Lord turning his face, because now the Lord's face is turned towards us again. That's why we are able to even receive this truth in these last days. You see, but going back to the initial point, we know what to pray for, man. So we know that all these, calamities are coming. We know we are in perilous times. So we know what to pray for. Let's go back to that Psalms. Psalm 64:3. It says, "Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words." We see Esau with his bitter words, man. Talking about banning the Bible, guillotines being rolled out again. You'll hear more talks of guillotines. You see, concentration camps. It's a concentration camp in Alabama that Governor Kay Ivey built last year, man. What do you think that's for? Who do you think that's for, man? We're in the times of persecution, man. You see? And we see he's already having the stage set to try to blame the Israelites and falsely accuse us for things that we didn't do or say. You see? Gonna make us out to be the bad guys, even though all we doing is pushing and glorifying our power, Yahweh Shemel Washai. That's all we doing. We declaring to you what Yahweh Shemel Washai said, man. You see? And that's why this devil is ultimately hurt. He says, "Who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect." And these things are being done, in secret. But the Lord, by the way of the prophets and by the way of this testimony going forth, is shedding light on that darkness. Now we understand the counsel of the wicked. We know what these devils are talking about in those meetings at Davos that they like to set up. We know about those means through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Washai. You see? It says that they might shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Exactly. And these things are being done suddenly. You see? And he also shoots at us, by ultimately trying to destroy us, trying to kill us. Poisoning our foods, poisoning the air, trying to find any way to kill us, man. And it's shocking him because he's looking at it like we should have been dead. You know what I mean? But through the mercies of Yahweh Shemel Washai, if the Lord is for us, who could be against us? And guess what? The Lord is for us once again, man. You see? He was always for us. We just had to bear the indignation. You see? It was a period of time where the Lord was mad at us. But now the Lord has opened up those doors of mercy once again. And now we're able to enter into the counsel of the Almighty. Continuing on, it says, "Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not." And these devils don't fear, man. You see? But they're gonna fear. because the Lord is going to lift that standard up for the elect. It says they encourage themselves in an evil manner. In an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? And these idiots honestly believe that, like, nobody's seeing them, you see. They don't really believe the Lord is watching them. They don't believe the Lord is going to judge them for all these things that they're doing. They feel somewhat, you know, justified in what they're doing, man. You see? Because this is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And he constantly lays snares for our people, you see, for you Israelites. Because this is our main enemy. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, and these heathen nations are our enemies, man. They're enemies of Yahweh Shema Shah, first and foremost. And by default, they're enemies of us, man. Because these heathen nations, starting with the nation of Edom, is the reason why you Jakes is in the slums, you low, constantly being shitted on in this society, constantly being told you ain't shit, you know. All that stems from these heathens, man, because they know who we are. You see? They know we the Israelites, man. And they hate it even more that the Israel or the Most High, the tabernacles of David has been raised up in these last days, man. You see? Because that entails, or that's a sign to these heathens' downfall. Continuing on, and these devils say, who shall see them? Exactly. So he's putting all type of chemicals in our food, trying to kill us. And they honestly believe that nobody's watching them. They think, hey, who's going to see me do this? You know what I mean? That's what these devils believe, man. Not knowing that the eyes of the Lord is looking dead at them, man. You see? It says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Exactly. So they search out iniquities, man. They'll search out the iniquity and promote it to Jake or push it on Jake and then turn around and blame us to the Heavenly Father about it, man. The accuser of our brethren. But guess what? He's being cast down in these last days, man, through the testimony of our Lord Yahweh Shai. You see? It says, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Exactly. And these devils, they meditate deeply. They have deep imagination, deep thoughts about how they could destroy our people. Psalms, the 83rd chapter, man. Ephesians 4:22